Hey, Bears fans, DeWitt and Nicholas Moreano here, making the case videos. It's what we're going to continue here in this video for the Chicago Bears 2023 NFL Draft. But before we get to that, like this video, subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any other Bears content that we'll be cranking out this offseason. But let's go ahead and make the case for a guy. How about Dawand Jones, the offensive tackle out of Ohio State? He's 44th on PFF's Top 150, 40th on Mock Draft Database. He's a big offensive tackle. I think his size definitely stands out. Is that the first thing that you notice, or something else?
Well, I've never seen a larger human being in person when I was at the Senior Bowl. And then even without pads, which he didn't practice for one of the days, he's still the biggest person you've ever seen. And once he gets his long arms on you, and he registered as having the longest arms in Senior Bowl history, and once he gets drafted, that'll still be true. It'll be the longest arms from a tackle, even in the NFL. But once he gets those long arms on an opposing defender, it's over with, because he can get to you before the defensive lineman can get to him, and he just occupies so much space given his size at 6'8", 360. Like, that's a guy that you have to almost go through him, and good luck with that, as opposed to going around him because of the space that he occupies.
Something that I love is that he likes to keep the guy behind him, the quarterback, that jersey nice and clean. He only allowed 4 quarterback hurries, no QB hits, and not a single sack allowed while playing right tackle. If you can have that here in Chicago, obviously Justin, I think, would be a very happy camper knowing that that right side is rather solidified. Is there any other positives that stand out about Jones?
Yeah, Dawand Jones isn't just a big, uncoordinated guy. He's very coordinated. He was a 2-sport athlete, basketball and football at Ben Davis High School, but also fast hands. And that helps when opposing defenders are trying to get into his body. He has this move where he just kind of slaps him down and then just lays on top of the guy. And at, 6'8", 360, that's a lot of weight to be putting on an opposing defender. But fast hands, athletic, a lot of things to like from the big man from Ohio State.
All right, let's talk about some concerns. Obviously, a man that size is going to have some limitations in terms of overall just speed and ability to stick with some of these fast premier edge rushers at this next level. Is that a huge concern, or is it something that you think with the quick hands and some of the technical? I think he is pretty refined. Can that help him overcome the lack of pure speed or athleticism?
You would hope so, Will, but I think too, you as an NFL team, you got to question has a guy this big been successful at the position before? And that's something that I think, NFL general managers have to consider as they're kind of thinking about investing a high draft pick in this guy. Another thing that I kind of saw with Dawand Jones' game is that he can get to the second level. It's just staying on block some of the times. Defenders were able to disengage from Jones where he didn't get that firm grasp of at the second level. So something that, he'll just have to keep on working on as he gets more reps and once he gets with an NFL team. But again, a lot to like from the 6'8", 360-pound offensive lineman.
Now, this may be an obvious question, but why would Dawand Jones make sense in Chicago?
I just think he's a protector, right? You mentioned the stats of what, Ohio State quarterbacks and how often they got hit. They didn't. Now right. With him, blocking for them, I think that would be a nice thing to have for Justin Fields. You also want to see, does he fit exactly with the wide zone scheme that they want to run, being able to move horizontally as an offensive lineman, but a big man that you just want to see what he would look like in an NFL team.
Yeah, I think you hit on a lot of good points there. You had me at better protect Justin Fields, and I'm just going to leave it at that. If you can find a guy that does that, he's a guy worth bringing into Chicago. So that's going to do it for this Making the Case video. Subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss any of the others, but we'll be back soon with another exciting prospect.